Salutations, Geek Nation, and welcome back to Geek Culture Combat. We are your hosts, Rob and Chris. But before we get started, let me remind you to smash that notification bell, like, share, subscribe. And also, at the end of this debate, we want you to put who you think won. And we're talking about the characters. We're not talking about us as individuals. We're talking about the characters. Which character won the battle? Now, in this particular debate, it is going to be the battle of the hybrids. We're talking about Michael Corvin from Underworld, and we're talking about Klaus Mikaelson from the originals. I will be representing for Klaus Mikaelson, and Chris will be defending or advocating for Michael Corvin, the original hybrid. Hey, Chris, I went last time first. Why don't you go first this time? Tell us about Michael Corvin.
Okay, Michael Corvin. Michael Corvin is one of the modern day ancestor of the descendant of the Corvus line of family. From that line, in the Underworld universe, it created the races of the vampire, the werewolf, and the immortals. Michael is the first person to ever become a combination of those two. He's the first made hybrid, possessing the powers of both a werewolf and a vampire in the Underworld universe. As such, he possesses all of the powers of both species and none of the weaknesses, in addition to a strengthening of both of those powers. But we're going to go back a little bit and explain who he is. Michael Corvin was a human living in the United States until werewolves decided to see what they can do and check out the possibilities of living outside the yoke of the vampire. And for them to make that plan, they were searching down one of the Corvus lines so they can get the pure strain of the virus that created the vampires and the werewolves. They found it in Mike. Throughout the course of Underworld, he becomes the first hybrid vampire, werewolf, or lichen, and in subsequent movies we learn further about what he can do. Now I'll let you take over and talk about your hybrid.
All right, I'm going to talk about my hybrid, and it is Klaus Mikaelson from the originals. If you guys are familiar with the TV series, and of course, they also had the spinoff with the Vampire Diaries and stuff like that. Now, and Niklause is the main protagonist and the hero of the originals, okay? And he was basically a major villain turned anti-hero in a series of the Vampire Diaries, okay? So as far as like some of the relationships and things like that, he's Esther's son, Michael's stepson, Freya, Finn, and Elijah's younger half-brother, Cole and Rebecca's older half-brother, Caroline Forbes, Haley Marshall, Cammy O'Connell's former love interest, and Hope's father. Okay, so those are the people that kind of surround his life. These are the people who are in and out of his life. Okay, now as a hybrid, he was as a werewolf, he was untriggered, right? He was a werewolf, but for a while he didn't know that. He didn't know. So while he was still an untriggered werewolf, Klaus had a complicated life. He was close to his half-sister Rebecca, whom he affectionately called Becca. And with his half-brother Elijah and Henrik, he also had a close relationship with his half-brother Cole. But he did not get along at all with his half-brother Finn since childhood. However, he had a bad relationship with his overbearing stepfather, Michael, who was harder on him than any of his other siblings. And he was a victim of his stepfather's physical and verbal abuse since childhood. And Klaus even admitted to Rebecca that Michael frightened him, which made him constantly seek his approval without ever finding it. And his mother, Esther, often tried to calm Michael when he became angry with Klaus, but she never tried to stop him from humiliating or from physically or mentally abusing her son. Also, as an untriggered werewolf, Klaus had the aggressive behavior of one, but he could not act on it due to his mother making him wear a magic necklace. It created and weakened his strength, and thus leaving him vulnerable to Michael's abuse, right? So they kind of suppressed his abilities for a long time. These following reasons led him to resent both his parents and possibly to be jealous of his maternal half siblings for having their approval. Now, in the director's cut of the backdoor pilot of the originals, Elijah pointed out that as an untriggered werewolf, Klaus was so full of love and life, and that all he ever wanted was to be loved in return, especially by his stepfather. This belief that no one loved him and that he was doomed to be alone forever was the main factor that changed Klaus's personality. Okay, so he's original vampire, original hybrid. Now, when Klaus was just in the early stages of being a hybrid, he slaughtered 6 villages, which afterwards he was devastated, and he cried into his brother Elijah's shoulder. And after finding out that Michael is not his biological father, he was shocked and betrayed. Now, Klaus is continuously described as being cruel, sadistic, careless, paranoid, reckless, impulsive, short-tempered, aggressive, volatile, unpredictable, slightly unreasonable, narcissistic, manipulative, jealous, obsessive, and competitive. And then he has a bad side. So some of his abilities, we can get some of those real quick. Superhuman strength, superhuman speed, superhuman agility, superhuman senses, durability, enhanced healing factor, immortality, immunity to silver, transformation control, has that, mind compulsion, werewolf bite, and werewolf bite cure. So with that gives you a little bit of an idea of who Michael, or I should say Niklause Mikaelson is. So you want to have the first word in this bout?
Yeah, okay. Granted, Niklause is the OG original hybrid.
Yes, he is.
But Michael is something fresh. Michael is just not a hybrid. He has superhuman endurance that keeps up with the elders of his species. He has superhuman strength that makes him stronger than the elders. He's actually the strongest. He's the strongest character in the Underworld universe. He is the strongest supernatural, period.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody taking that. And like Klaus, he is a werewolf and a vampire, able to change when he wants, how he wants. He heals amazingly, mm-hmm. and can come back from death with just a few drops of blood.
Mm-hmm.
He also has superhuman speed so fast that short distances, it's almost like he's teleporting from place to place. That's how quick he is.
Mm-hmm.
Jump higher and faster than vampires and werewolves. And he can, one other thing is he can, him and his daughter can share senses. So we're not going to bring her into this because, that would be unfair. But let's focus on him. And I think that given what he can do and what we've seen, he can take Klaus. It won't be an easy battle, and 2 immortals going at it. Nobody's going to die, but somebody's going to be sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
No, well, he said, you said that Michael Corvin, he can probably keep up with the elders. And that's the thing. Niklause is an elder. Niklause is, like you said, and I agree, an OG original. He is the man. Kind of like Michael's, it's kind of like Corvinus in Underworld, right? He's like the original. Well, that's Niklause. He is an original. He's the top OG. It's only 2 or 3 characters that can match this dude in the entire show. Okay, that's like Michael, Lucien, maybe Marcel to a degree, and every now and again Elijah, his brother. But sometimes he's holding back. Sometimes he can just go berserk. Okay, so if we're speaking about some of these abilities with a little bit more context, Klaus, as the original hybrid, holds an extraordinary amount of great superhuman strength that makes him much stronger than what? Immortals, supernatural hunters, non-original vampires, werewolves, evolved werewolves, non-original werewolf vampire hybrids, and humans, and even surpassing other originals. Okay?
I'll give you that, but there's still things stronger than Klaus in that universe. Michael is the strongest in his.
Okay, but Niklause, he could fight and kill 12 hybrids.
Yeah.
overpower overpower Marcel's entire vampire army and take down multiple evolved werewolves with little difficulty.
And Michael
he is able to decapitate other species with a single shot.
And Michael tore the head off the original werewolf.
He did. He sure
just
did.
Pulled it off like a pinata.
He sure did. But here's the problem. Here's your problem with your boy. The problem is he's young, and the thing is, Niklause, this dude is experienced. This dude knows exactly what he's doing. He has control and finesse. Both of them are strong. Okay, we both be silly trying to debate that these two are not strong. They're both strong, but there is some finesse and skill and experience and centuries of experience. Where
I'm glad you mentioned those centuries of experience, because
your boy don't have that. Your boy don't have that.
All he got to do is bite him once, and he can get it.
Oh, but but my boy got bite immunity. He has bite immunity. You can't do that. It ain't gonna.
No, he can't hurt. He can't kill him with the poisonous werewolf bite. That's not what I'm talking about. The vampires in the underworld universe can take people's memories.
Oh yeah, he can, and so can Niklause. So can Niklause. He did that. They do that.
Right, but I'm saying.
So you're saying he's gonna level up if he bites Niklause?
Yes.
Well, Niklause ain't gonna let that happen.
He's faster.
No. Super speed, agility, and reflex. Okay, it says Klaus's intensified quickness, agility, reflexes, and endurance make him much faster than immortals, non-original vampires, werewolves, evolved werewolves, non-original werewolf, vampire hybrids, supernatural hunters, and humans. He is able to stop other supernatural species.
Since you're quoting something, let me
run miles in mere minutes.
Let me quote Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Superhuman speed. Due to him being a hybrid, Michael's speed is greatly exceeds both lichens and vampires, allowing him to move faster than the eye can see and move several meters in less than a second in a matter akin to teleportation.
Man, he sounds so much like Niklause, because we've seen that on the screen. We've seen Niklause disappear from view, move so fast you can barely register it with your eyes. We've seen him do that.
Oh, we definitely have, but I'm just saying. And then Michael's hybrid form is significantly more advanced than Klaus's.
Yeah, but he's young and inexperienced. He's young. Now, in the original, they don't have this. They don't have, and I blame that probably on budget. They don't have this transformation, right? They don't have these various transformations. They just have, the fangs, eyeballs, the eyes.
They can actually turn to wolf too.
No. They'll go to full wolf. I know, but what I'm saying is that Michael Corvinson has what we can call at this point a hybrid form.
Yes, and that would take out.
Okay, no, I understand what you're saying. Now, Niklause has a hybrid form. Well, he's using both powers because that's when his eyes turn yellow and black. So he is in a hybrid form, so to speak. He just doesn't look the part. But
right.
When he's employing his powers, he is a hybrid. We've seen him use his hybrid abilities.
We have, but he doesn't get a Super Saiyan power up like Michael does. Michael powers up and goes full Saiyan and crushes things.
No, When he did that. Okay, first at his base level, he was fighting Marcel's army, right? He dispatched a couple of them, no big deal. And then when their numbers tried to overwhelm him, whatever, they chained him up and everything, right? Head down, and all of a sudden raised his heads up, fangs come out, eyes turn jet black with yellow pupils, yellow irises. And then all of a sudden, he broke the chains and he started breaking everybody off some. He went berserk. And that's when Rebecca told Marcel, look, man, pick up the coin because he's going to kill everybody in here, because he was going berserk. He leveled up. He was beating them at base level, and then the numbers got, and I think he let them do it. He let them chain him up because he got out like he was not even chained up. He leveled up in his strength and his speed. He was decimating people. I mean, he impaled a dude. Forgot his name. He impaled the dude, ripped his heart out of his chest. He knocked this one woman's head clean off her shoulders.
Oh, I know.
With a punch.
But hybrid versus hybrid.
Yep.
Michael got more gas in the tank.
No.
And as you pointed out, don't get me wrong, Klaus is a brilliant planner, but you can take him off his game by pushing him with somebody his strength. He's so used to being the most powerful that he's not going to be ready for Michael. He's so cocky that he's not going to take it seriously until it's too late.
Oh, he's going to take it serious because when he gets ticked off, he takes it serious. When he gets ticked off, let's say, okay, and I'll give you that. He get a couple of slashes from Michael. Let him get a couple of slashes. He gonna say, oh, okay, you for real. You want to play. So now it's time to take the gloves off. It is time. Just durability. Klaus's phenomenal superhuman durability and stamina allows him to take far more trauma than any immortal, original vampire, non-original vampire, werewolves, evolved werewolves, non-original werewolf vampire hybrids, humans, without much discomfort or injury. He is shown to be able to easily take attacks from lesser supernatural creatures with little damage. With a violent beatdown from Marcel's army, only drawing a minimal amount of blood and not injuring him at all. And he has been seen fighting against fellow originals and withstanding their attacks are of little trouble to him. These are people who are on his level, and it always takes more than one to take him down. He took blows from Cole without getting injured, and even blows from Rebecca using a wrench barely made him bleed. Klaus even smiling menacingly as if nothing happened before he swiftly overpowered her through Elijah's blow. Though Elijah's blow did have more of an effect on Klaus, it has only been seen to stagger him and not deal any lasting damage. Sorry. It says even blows from Michael and Marcel, while hurting him, didn't prevent him from swiftly rebounding and continuing to
I
fight
give you
him.
that, but you're looking at two different things here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Unless we're talking about the Super Masalas that could take Klaus, Elijah is no match for Klaus as the original hybrid. He's not. You all know this. But Michael has no weakness.
But I'm sorry, but we also have compulsion. He has mind compulsion. He has things that Michael has not experienced or demonstrated or have resistant or anything. He has mind control. He has telepathy. He can read his thoughts. He has the ability. It's too much. The problem. The problem is Michael is going to be outclassed. That's going to be the problem. Niklause has the sophistication, has the experience, have the raw savagery to just simply outclass Michael. He's too young, he's too inexperienced, he don't have enough, bro.
It don't matter. You don't need experience when you're stronger, faster, and more agile. Even before he became a hybrid, he was jumping out of multiple story windows, doing flips and landing on his feet. He's more athletic than Klaus.
He said Niklause is a master combatant and a master swordsman and an intellectual genius. None of that. And a master strategist. None of this is going to be, that can't be debated. He's one of those. You've seen it, I've seen it. He is all these things. There's no way the inexperienced pup, okay? He's an original hybrid, but he's young. He's a young original hybrid. He don't even know all the things he can do yet. They even said that in Underworld. He really don't even know his power. He really don't know. He don't have enough. He don't have enough experience. Okay, I'm not even picking on the fact that he died. I'm not picking on that. He just don't have enough experience. He's not enough. He's gonna be outclassed. That's the problem. That is his problem. He's gonna be outclassed because there's almost nothing he can do that Niklause can do. Nothing.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm pretty sure that the scope of, like I said, it's going to be a hard battle because neither one of them are going to die easily.
I agree with that. I agree with you on that.
But in terms of hurting person, Michael's going to hurt Klaus more than Klaus hurts Michael. And Michael's smart enough to do something with the body if he can't keep it down.
My closing remarks on this, since we're approaching the 20-minute mark, is I'm going to restate. He has too much. Cole just has way too much. He's going to outclass him. He has the strength. He has the speed, agility, reflexes. He has the super senses. He has the durability and the stamina. He has an enhanced healing factor. He is indeed immortal, like really, really immortal. Okay, he is immortal. He is a daywalker. Okay, they both daywalker. He's a daywalker. He has his lycanthrope enhancements. Okay, being a werewolf. He does have shapeshifting transformation control. Okay, it gives him that credit. Okay, he has his telepathy. He has his dream manipulate. He has all these werewolf bite. He's just too much, man. It's too much. I think Michael will probably be one of his toughest battles, just in sheer physicality. But I don't think it's going to be enough to outdo a person who's been doing this for centuries, with the abilities that he has, with the control that he's had, and with the master strategist mind that is Niklause. That's it for this particular debate, guys. We are getting towards the end of it. This debate has been between hybrid versus hybrid, from the originals and from Underworld. You have Niklause and Michael Corvinus, but it's not for us to decide. It's up to you in the comment section down below. Please sound out. Let us know who you have winning. Don't forget to smash that notification bell, like, share, subscribe, and we are going to see you guys on the next debate. Geek Culture Combat.